today I have a little lead guitar lesson. Now we're going to use a jam track in the key of A minor. And this is a really good jam track for this particular applications and concept because the chords are moving very slowly and it's a real simple 1-4-5 12-bar minor key blues. And here's a few scale suggestions in the minor pentatonic scale. If we play that in the basic box shape, A minor pentatonic looks like this. You could add that blue note in there, that flat 5, that E flat, and that scale, adding that blue note would look like this. Right? And you always want to know where the root notes are in your scales. We have 3 A's there, low E string 5th fret, D string 7th fret, high E string 5th fret. Just a couple things we can add right off the bat. You could play A Aeolian, A natural minor. In this position, that shape looks like this. Adding that B note, that second, that 9th, right? And we're also adding that flat 6, right? Here and here. Really important because it gives us those half steps that you don't have in minor pentatonic. And if you want to see these scales diagrammed out on paper, because sometimes it really helps to see them on paper and to see the root notes kind of in black and the blue notes in blue, and it really helps tie it all together. I can really help you with that. Click on the link in the YouTube description box below and I'll send you a killer free video lesson and ebook. The ebook has over 29 scales diagrammed out. I have all kinds of soloing strategies, lessons in it. It's really killer. I'll also pair it with a video lesson which will build on this and really help you in ways you could easily embellish your soloing and improvisation. I'll send both of them to you for free. The video is not on YouTube, it's extended play. The ebook is killer. Just click on that link below. Something like this. I'm playing this arpeggio. That's all in that minor pentatonic scale. But then what I'm doing is I'm repeating those notes an octave higher. So watch what I do here. I'm playing A, C, E, G. Then I slide up with that first finger and I play A, C, E, G again. Same exact notes, but when you put them back to back, you start to get some cool sounding licks, especially if you play it maybe not so straight like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like an 8th note, but play it with a little bit more of like a dooba 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 doo, like a little bit more of a hop. But then what I did was I slid that last note, that G, back to that Dorian note, to that 6th, right, to that G flat. Vibrato it, and then I slid. See, using these slides, these long slides, you get some cool sounds. And I landed on that B note, which is that 9th, which is in Dorian and in Aeolian, but it's not in minor pentatonic. And that B note, right, adds a lot of drama, as you could hear. And that's a note that you could add anytime you're playing pentatonics that works in minor key. And it'll really open up the doors. And then I just got a little lick to get me back to the A note because that's my root note. And I want to end on that A to resolve it. And then, so we're right here basically in this minor pentatonic shape that you're used to. We're just taking the notes a little differently to outline the chord. And we're adding these little half steps. And you could end that so many ways to get back to that A note playing. Do a little bend on that half step to get back to that A note. And if you could do me a huge favor, if you haven't done this yet, please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel really helps me to keep bringing the content, and ring that subscription bell because then you'll be notified when I have new lessons posted. Also, please leave me a comment below. Let me know how you like this lesson. Let me know what lessons you'd like to see in the future. And if you like this video, please smash that like button, give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. If you take your major 7 arpeggio or whatever major arpeggios you know and you flip them over, a lot of times you'll get some killer sounding minor arpeggios that you could use in your minor jams. We can easily take the major seventh arpeggio and flip it into its relative minor arpeggio just by changing that emphasis note and playing, over those A minor chords. So all we have to do is, let's just take our A note here, 5th fret low E string, we'll start and end on the A. Not that you have to do that every time, but for instructional purposes. So it's technically like an A minor 9 arpeggio, because we're adding that B note, which is the second or 9 in the key of A minor. Just like I just ran it in. A minor blues or A minor pentatonic, right? Our basic, box shape, because it's all right here. And you get this real bluesy, jazzy kind of sounding thing, because you're playing those notes with wider intervals and you're adding in that 9, right? And you're playing that arpeggio. And obviously so much of this depends on context, right? Because you want to play, arpeggios sound best over the corresponding chords. So if you could play that over the A minor chord, and then maybe the arpeggio part, and then when it goes to the next chord, maybe that's when you're kicking into blues or minor pentatonic or Dorian or natural minor. And of course, remember context in whatever jam track you're playing, because playing solo by yourself is a little bit different, because when you have the band going on, you have to keep in mind there's a bass player playing something, there might be keyboard players or a rhythm guitar player, and you have to know what's going on and what they're doing. That's why it's so important to always know the chords. Hope this lesson helps you along in your guitar journey, right? Remember, your playing is an evolution. And also click on that link in the YouTube description box below and get my killer free ebook with over 29 scales diagrammed out. Also, I'll send you a free video lesson with that on easy ways to embellish your soloing. Video lesson ebook for free, just click below. Thank you so much for your support over the years and years, so appreciate it. Stay tuned, lots more great stuff coming. Take care, rock on, see you in the next lesson.